Hi there and welcome to Event Ninja, the place to get hints and tips for your next business event. My name's Kim Hesse and today's question comes from Isabella. Isabella says, Kim, I'd like to know how to encourage clients to make up their mind about events and how to get them to make decisions quickly. Now, I love this question because it doesn't only have to be applied, I guess, to clients that you're working with. You can also be needing decisions made from bosses, managers, and colleagues, which actually is holding up your event process. I know when we're running events, we've got 100 balls all in the air, and maybe someone's decision, that one decision, is actually holding up a whole bunch of things that you need to get done. So I have 3 ideas around this question. Number 1 is, I believe the answer you get is only as good as the question you ask. And what do I mean by this? Is go back and have a look as to whether your question is succinct. Does the person know exactly what you're asking and what information they need to provide to you? An example of this is I had a meeting a few weeks ago and I received an email back from the person who I met with, and it was seriously 5 paragraphs long. And yes, there were questions in there, but I wasn't really sure how to answer them or what they really needed from me. So you kind of look at the email and you're like, oh, too hard. I've got to think about it. I can't answer this quickly. I wrote back to that email saying, thanks for your email. What would you like me to do? What are the next steps? So being clear in your communication and also maybe just giving them one question to answer at a time, I think is a really good idea as well. Number 2 is give context. So what do I mean by this? Let the person know why you're asking this question. I think by giving them context around this really helps get decisions made a lot quicker. So for example, if you're dealing with a client, you could say, hey, I need this information because this information will allow me to do X, Y, Z. Or even when you're dealing with colleagues, I think it's really nice to give them context as well, saying, hey, I need this decision from you because then from that decision I need to do this, and then I need to contact this person, and then I need to do this with it. And maybe they can see that it's a decision. If they don't, give you the information, they're holding up something from higher management, or they're stopping you from getting the event done. So I think giving people an understanding, you're not just asking this question just because it actually does need to be answered, because there's probably 2 weeks work that you need to do to actually get to the end result. The end result doesn't just happen by them answering a question for you. And number 3 is all about going the extra mile. What do I mean by this? The extra mile. So say, for example, you are sending an email to somebody with a question. Instead of attaching that 20-page document and saying, hey, refer to page 7, could you take a screenshot of just that image that you need them to refer to from that document and put it into the body of the email? Everybody's checking emails on mobile devices these days, so save them opening an attachment and put the information that you need an answer for directly into the body of the email. This will absolutely get a quicker response time. Keep it short, succinct, and also put in that information. Is there something else that you could do? Yeah, sure, it might take you a bit of extra time, but is there one element of information that you could include in that email to help them make a decision? Look at that email or have a look at the conversations that you're having and ask yourself, would I know how to answer that question? Have I got all the information that I would need to answer that question quickly? So thank you so much for your question. I hope this has answered it and given you a few hints and tips along the way. I look forward to seeing you all on the next Ninja News.